Ish, go out. Okay, so I'm seeing only 8, 9 of you in class, and I wonder if this is the number of you in this department or the two departments. And the truth is that I'm only wondering. It's not as though I will kill myself. So I will only wonder, and then we move on. Okay, so I can see Justina, good evening. Pascal, good evening. Steve, Chisom, Rita, Joshua, Mavis, and the rest of you. Mildred. Okay, so I gave you people. Good evening, everybody. You're welcome to class. Okay, so yesterday I gave you people a particular past question and I asked you to look into it. So I don't know how many of you have tried to look into that past question. I don't know. Is there anybody who has you've tried to do something on it, and is there anyone that you got, and is there anyone that was difficult? That's based on the ones we have done. Okay, for instance, number 1, we've not done 2, we've done 3, we've done 4, we've done 5, we've done 6, we've done, okay, which vector is perpendicular to, okay, we've not done 6, we are going to do 6 today. Okay, we've done 7, we've not done 8, we've not done 9, 10, 11, all those ones are from matrices. Then the last question on the first page, scalar projection. If we are fast enough, we'll be able to reach there today. And then finally, if you go to the back, we've done the third one at the back. Okay, so, and that's it. Okay, so apart from the theoretical part, okay, so all right. So is there anybody who has any issue? I want to the the way you people are quiet, it seems like nobody looked at it, and that is not good. Okay, so for instance, yeah, okay, you're welcome. All right, so it looks like nobody did anything about it. So, but there's no problem about that. Okay, so let me see if I can pick 1, 2, or 3 from the paper, and then we move on to the next thing. Okay, so for instance, this is just a quick review. Okay, so let's just call it quick review. Okay, let me change this marker. Okay, so let's look at this example. The number 3, the first one says find dot product. That one is not an issue. Let's look at the number 3, which is also not an issue. It says find, okay, the value of k. I'm the one putting it like this now. Find the value of k so that u and v, that's vector u and vector v, are orthogonal. Okay, so where our u is equal to, I hope your network is fine, please respond to this, let me be sure. Okay, where our u is given as k minus 2, 3, and then v is given as 3, 6, 3. Okay, so we are asked to find the value of k that will make these two vectors to be orthogonal. All right, of course we did examples like this, so this shouldn't be strange to us at all. Okay, I'm seeing Rita saying yeah. I don't know what the yeah is for. Okay, is it that you did it and you have a question? Okay, Rejoice. So do you have any question? Is there anyone that was a challenge? I'm talking about the ones we have done. Okay, so out of the 15, that was what I was telling you people that day. Out of, I think, 15 questions here, we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have done 5, then 6 at the back. Okay, so the rest are just matrices. So if we're able to also touch matrices, then you are good to go. Okay, although we have not even finished the vectors, some of it that I jumped are also part of vectors, And like I told you, once you have covered your vectors, you have actually gone far into the coverage. Okay, Rejoice, thank you. All right, so let's begin with this example. Should I allow us to try this, or I should go on and do it? Okay, so here we are asked to find k so that these two vectors will be orthogonal. So by now you people should be giving me answers because you have already done this. Okay, so this one is what are you supposed to do here? Just take their dot product. If two of them are orthogonal, then their dot product must be 0. So we are going to take the dot product of the two, which will be k times 3, then minus 2 times 6, then plus 3 times 3 should be equal to 0. And so that's going to give me 3k minus 12 plus 9 is equal to 0. And so here I'm going to have that my 3k will be equal to minus 3. And if you take it over here, it will be plus 3. Therefore, my k alone will be equal to 1. Okay, so that's what we got from there. So of course I don't believe that should be a problem at all. Okay, so sorry about the disturbance. All right. Okay, so Francis, if your network is very bad, you can change your position. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to look at maybe 2 or 3 examples and then we move on. Okay, so what's the other one? Look at this. Maybe let me just make it 2. Look at this one. I would like you to do this one, everybody. Find the modulus. Find the modulus of I cos theta. What again is there? Where is it again? Minus j sine theta. You remember modulus means the magnitude. I'm going to write the options here. The options here, they said A is sine theta plus cos theta. Start solving while I'm writing the options. Then B is cos theta minus sine theta. Then C is 1. D is root 2. And then E is none of the above. Nota. Okay, so I'm going to allow you to look at this. My network is very beautiful, Francis. Maybe you would have to check. Presh, you're also having a bad network. I don't know where you people's network. Why is so? Maybe your area is the issue. Okay, my network is very beautiful, and I hope yours will get better with time. Okay, so yeah, I'm waiting for us. What do we have? Find the modulus. Remember I said modulus means magnitude. Another name for magnitude is modulus, and you can also call it length. You can also call it norm. You can also call it absolute value. Okay, I think I didn't mention modulus when we did that. Okay, so I'm mentioning it now in this example. So what is the modulus of this vector here? Please don't come here and write your name alone. As you come, you write your name, your reg number, and your department. And this is the last time I will say don't come and write your name and leave. I will not say it. If you want, write your name and leave. No problem. No problem. If we will even end the class, maybe one person will remain, will end the class. That's not an issue. Okay, I'm waiting for us. Please kindly. This class is very quiet this evening. I don't know why. Are you people sleeping? Respond to my question. What is the modulus of this? And if you don't know it, you respond. Tell me no idea, or I should do it, so that we can move on. I expect you to do it. Please, 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 please. We have a topic to deal with, cross products. That's what we need to deal with today. So I'm waiting for you. What's your response? What is the magnitude of this particular vector here? You can call it vector u. So we are looking for the magnitude of u. Okay. Rejoice has an answer. Okay. Chidima has an answer. Yeah. Rejoice, you've written that. Okay. Any other opinion? Okay. That's very beautiful. And it is correct. Okay. So, and like I said, that's enough. So we can move on. So all you need to do is take the square root of, now you need to get the components here. So the coefficient of I here is cos. So you will square it. So you have cos theta all squared. Yeah, Perpetua has an answer. Plus, then you pick this one. The coefficient of j here is minus sine I. So you also square it. And that is going to give us the square root of, this one will become cos squared theta. Then plus, of course, the square of minus will still be plus. So this will be sine squared theta. And then you are done. So what do you do next? What is by as 101, you were taught trigonometry. So what is the square of cos theta plus the square of sine? That is equal to 1. And then finally, you take the square root of 1, which is equal to 1. Okay, so that's how they got the answer to be 1, and that is very correct. Okay, so like I said, I will just take those two. But then while I move on, if there is any other question that we did, that, any other question from the area we have covered in the paper I sent to you, you can point it out and we get to it. Pascal, D is not correct. Look at it very well. You will see that the answer is C. Okay, so quickly, let's go over to what we have today, which is cross product of vectors. Okay, so let's go ahead. So now we want to assume that you have two vectors and you want to take their dot product. You know, like we did under dot product. Sorry, you want to take their cross product. Now, you know, like we did under dot product, we first of all told you where a dot product is defined. And I said that a dot product is defined on vectors of the same dimension. So it can either be 2 by 2. It can either be a dot product between vectors of dimension 2 or dimension 3, 3, dimension 4, 4, or what have you. Okay, college master, you are welcome. So now when it comes to cross product, this one is only defined. Cross product is only defined on vectors of R3. So of course, you know, when I say R3, you know what that means. So now when you are talking about cross product, it is always defined on vectors of 3 dimensions. So it cannot be defined on 2 dimensions, it cannot be defined on 4 dimensions or any other dimension. It is only defined on vectors of 3 dimensions, okay, or dimension 3. All right. Jessica, sorry about your network. Just try as much as possible to follow. Okay, so let's define what a cross product is now. So let U and V be vectors of R3. Be vectors of R3. That means they are 3-dimensional vectors. The cross product of U and V written as U cross V is given by, so this is the definition for cross product. This is the formula here. So you have U cross V is equal to the determinant of this nature I, J, K, and then inside of the vector, let me use this. Okay, so inside of your determinant, you're going to have, here will be U1, here will be U2, and here will be U3. While the other part will be V. So here will be V1, V2, V3. So where did I get all my U1, U2, U3 and V1, V2, V3? Because if U is in R3, so it means that U is equal to U1, U2 and U3. And if my V is in R3, then V is equal to V1, V2 and V3. Okay, so that's why we said that it must be from vectors of 3 dimensions. Okay, sorry, 3 dimensions, because this is how you define the cross product of vectors. All right, so we are quickly going to take some examples to buttress what we have. Okay, so let's look at some examples here. So example 1, let U be equal to, we can take any vector of our choice actually. Any vector of our choice. So let me see if I can get 1. Okay, so this is 10, 0, minus 3. And my V is equal to, where is it? Minus 1, 0, and minus 5. And we are to find U cross V. Okay, so before we come over here, remember that we said that dot product is always a scalar quantity. That means it will always give you one value, a number. But when it comes to cross product, it's a vector quantity. Always a vector quantity. Okay, so please take note of that. So that means by the time you finish your cross product, you should get a vector, something that will have ijk. All right, so first of all, note that this is the definition, the formula for getting your cross product. All right, so let's now go to the example we have. So the first example here, we are to find the cross product of these two. So our U cross V is going to be equal to, please write your attendance in one comment. I don't know why you people don't get instructions. Fidelis, delete these two things and write your attendance in one comment. Alright, so let's go on. So here you have your ijk will always be here. Then you will now put in your U will come first, and then your V will follow. So in this case, our u is 10, 0, minus 3. While our v is minus 1, 0, minus 5. So we are going to be taking this determinant. So how do you take the determinant of any given matrix? Of course, you know this is now a matrix, a 3 by 3 matrix. Alright, so it's very easy. So to take the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, of course, you first of all give an alternating sign to this, the first entries here. So this one will be plus, the second one will be minus, and the third one will be plus. So I will start with the first one. I will pick plus I. Then when I pick plus I, please follow me now. I will cancel out this column and this row. So when I cancel it out, I will now take the determinant of this. How? This one will multiply this minus this one will multiply this. So that is going to be, in brackets here, I'm going to have 0 times minus 5 is 0. Minus 3 times 0 is also 0. I'll close the bracket. Then I'll go to the next one. I'll pick the sign together with this j. So that will be minus j. Then I am going to pick, so I will come here now. Let me first of all remove the one I did before. Okay, so if we remove this, so we will now come now. What are we going to do? So because we have picked j, so you are going to eliminate the second column and the first row. So your first row will always be eliminated. So in this case, you will now multiply like this, minus like this. Anyway, first of all, you go to the right, then you go to the left. So 10 times minus 5 will give us minus 50. Then minus 3, of course, you say minus. Then minus 3 times minus 1 will give us 3. And then we close the bracket. So we go over to the last one, which is plus k. So here we have plus k. We open our bracket. So in this case, we are now going to have the last column. So the last column will go. This column is going to go. So we'll now use these two to work. Alright? So here you are going to have 10 times 0 is 0. Minus 0 times minus 1 is also 0. So that's how to take your cross product. Okay, now that I'm getting constant complaint about the network, should I end the class? So this is going to give us 0 minus 0 times I will be 0i. And then here we are going to have minus 50 minus 3 is minus 53j. Sorry, this minus will multiply this minus, so it will change to plus. So you have plus 53j, and then finally 0 minus 0 is 0, so you have 0k. That means the vector, your u cross v, is actually equal to 0, 53, 0. And that is the solution. Okay, so Pascal is asking, why is there a minus on j? Like I said, that's how we take determinants. You actually alternate the sign. You start from plus. So the first one will be plus, the second one will be minus, the next one will be plus. Assuming we are trying to get, there is what we call cofactors. If you check the back of that, the question I sent to you, you will see where they said you should find the values of the minus of the element. So there's what we call cofactors and minors. So in that case, you are going to give signs to all this all through. So it will start from plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, just like that. So but in this case, for your cross product, you only do it for these first entries on top. So starting from plus, the next one will be minus, and the last one will be plus. Okay, so that's why it is minus. I hope that answered your question. Okay, so I still want to hear from you. I've gotten reports of about 4 persons or 3 persons saying the network is bad. Should I end the class, or we should continue later? If they have issues, they can watch this thing later. Me, my head is even aching. I'm feeling like ending the class safe. Let me see my own network. My network is excellent. See it here. It's excellent. Let me check from here. This one is very, very excellent. So I don't know why you people's network is bad. Please check why. Okay, so if you permit me, we can continue. Maybe if we just finish cross products, maybe some examples on cross products, then we can end the class and then continue on Thursday. Okay, so Chidera is saying, so sir, if we cross the entries, we should always minus. Yes, it's always subtraction. Once you cross this one, you go to the right first. So 0 times minus 5, then you have minus, then you go to the left. It is always subtraction. Always subtraction. Chidera, that's a very beautiful question. Okay, so let's go to the next example. Alright, Chidema is okay. Alright, so let's look at another one. So here we have u. Let me use p now. That's the first vector in the paper I gave you. Okay, so p equal to 3i minus 4j plus 5k. And q equal to I minus 2j plus 3k. So here we also want to find u cross v. Okay, so how do you do that? The same thing follows. So what am I going to do? Solution. So I'm going to draw my two the determinant lines. Okay, so I'll go this way. All right, so here I will now represent my ijk. I'll have my ijk here. Then I will have my entries. Okay, so here the I here is 3. The j here is minus 4. And the k here is 5. I'll go to q. All right, inside q, my I here is 1. My j here is minus 2. And my k is 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our what do you call it? So first of all, put your sign, plus, minus, plus, right? So you go, we pick your I first, so you cross this one. So minus 4 times 3 is minus 12, minus, then 5 times minus 2 is minus 10. So you keep it that way. You can put a bracket here if you want. Then that's to answer the question that Chidera asked. So whether it's minus, minus, you still put minus here in between. Okay, so let's go to the other one. So there we have minus j into the bracket. So here you're going to get, here you're crossing out the middle one. So 3 times 3 is 9. Minus 5 times 1 is 5. Finally, plus k. All right, open your brackets. You cross out the last line, so you go ahead. 3 times minus 2 is minus 6, then minus 4 times 1 is minus 4. Okay, so you now simplify. So it's not a big deal. Okay, somebody is saying minus 10. What is the minus 10, please? What's the minus 10 for? Okay, anyway, let's go on. So here we are going to have I into minus 12. Here, minus is plus. So you have minus 12 plus 10 is minus 2. Then here you have minus j into 9 minus 5 is 4. Then plus k. Here you have minus 6 minus 4 is plus 4, which will give us minus 6 plus 4, which is minus 2. Okay, so finally you are going to have, so this is going to be minus 2i minus 4j minus 2k. So our vector u cross v is equal to minus 2 minus 4 minus 2 in bracket form. I didn't understand what you're having there. Your minus 4 minus 6 minus 4. I don't get what you're saying. But is this very correct? Do you understand this? Do you understand this? Everybody, please give a remark. Give a remark. Yes, Rejoice, beautiful. Give a remark if you understood it. Give something okay. Only beautiful. Beautiful. So I'm going to give you one now that you do for me. Everybody. Alright, so look at this example. Let's go to a new page. Okay, so let's take it that you have example 3. Okay, in example 3 you are to multiply. Here you have u is equal to 1 0 minus 2, and your v is equal to 3 minus 3 1. Okay, everybody, so see what you're going to do for me. Evaluate the following: A, u cross v, then B, magnitude of u cross v, then C, u dot v. So I'm just trying to add something to it. Alright, so I'm waiting for us. So you're doing 3 things: u cross v, magnitude of u cross v, and u dot v. So I'll give us some time to do that. So as you do, you give your response in the chat. Yeah. Okay, so I'm waiting for our responses. Rita, I've not been hearing your voice on this group, on the chat, please. I hope you are still online, or is your network also bad? Zikora, I'm not sure I've seen you. Evans, I'm not sure I've seen you. Meanwhile, subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up to this video. Everybody, please do that now. Give a thumbs up to this video. Everybody, do that now. So anyone you get, please, you can submit your solution. Okay. Okay, Rita, you are back. I can see. All right, so everybody, I'm waiting for our solution. The phone I'm using to follow is actually went off, so but it's back now. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing Chidera Joyce for A. I'm seeing Rejoice for A. I'm seeing Chidera for B. All right. If there is anybody that submitted and I didn't mention you, it means I missed your chat. Maybe you can send it again. Sorry about that. All right, but if you have not sent yours, you can do that quickly. You don't need to take the square root. Just put it as a square root. Don't take it to decimal, fidelis, but it's still okay. You can leave it. Okay. All right. Any other response? Any other response? Should we go on? Okay, so let's go on while we wait for the rest. So we have U cross V. I think the answer is here. U cross V, you have I, J, K. Our I for U is 1, 0, minus 2. Then for V, so for V it is 3, minus 3, 1. Okay, so I want us to be sure. So of course we are doing it together for everybody to follow. Alright, so here we have I into, of course here we cancel, so you have 0 times 1 is 0, minus 2 times minus 3 is 6. So remember, this is plus or minus and this is plus. So here you have minus j into and this is going to be, of course, 1 times 1 is 1, then minus 2 times 3 is minus 6, and then finally you have plus k into here you now have 1 times 3 times minus 3 is minus 3, then minus 0 times 3 is 0. Okay, so we are done there. So we can now bring it down. So here we have minus 6i. Minus here is plus. That will be 1 plus 7. 1 plus 6, which is 7. And 7 times minus j will give us minus 7j. And this is minus 3 times k, which is minus 3k. So our answer for A, which is U cross V, is equal to minus 6, minus 7, minus 3. Alright? So, do I have correct answers here? Yes. Okay. Chidera Joyce, is it supposed to be minus 6 or plus 6? Chidera, look at it again. Joyce. Okay. Rejoice is correct. Diamond is correct. Fidelis, are you sure that is correct? Okay. Onyi, that's beautiful. College Master, your 6 should be minus. Fidelis, you made the correction. That's beautiful. Joyce, that's beautiful. and then all right. Okay, so college master, you still wrote positive instead of negative 6. Okay, example, the B part says we should take the magnitude. So the magnitude of U cross V is going to be the square root of minus 6 squared plus minus 7 squared plus minus 3 squared. And that is going to give us square root of 36 plus 49 plus 9. And then if you simplify that, it is going to give us what? Square root of this one will be 58, and 58 plus 36 will be 94. Okay, and I saw a lot of that in the comment section, which is beautiful. And finally the C part, which is U dot V. So the dot product is simply going to be, of course, 1. Okay, let me go this way. So where, okay, so you can see our vectors here. So it will be 1 times 3 plus 0 times minus 3, then minus 2 times 1, which will be 3 here plus 0 minus 2, and your answer is what? 1. Okay, nice. I love that, the efforts that we are putting up. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually having a severe headache now, so I'm going to end this class here. Alright, but before we end it, let me give you some exercises that you can do, and maybe you will return that in the comment section. Alright, so we will continue this class in our next class. So look at these exercises, they are very important. Okay, see exercises. So number 1 here, you have let me put it this way: compute the following. Compute the following. Okay, yeah, I was actually waiting for somebody to say sorry. Thank you, Rejoice, for being nice. Okay, number 1 here we have 2i plus j dot, in brackets you have I minus 3j plus k cross 4i plus k. I wanted to give a number of this thing, but let me just give 2. Okay, so the second one is you have I minus 2j plus k cross minus 3 plus k. Okay, so let me make it a third. Let's make it 3. The third one, you are to do, look at it here, minus 2i plus j minus 3k cross I alone. Then close that bracket. Let me use green to close it. Close this bracket here. Then cross here, you now have I plus j. Okay, so which kind of headache be this, my dear? I beg, don't worry, I will take something after this. Maybe I think it's stress throughout today. I just actually came back from school, and then I started setting up my laptop for this class. All right, so I think he's stressed from work. Like I would really like us to do these exercises, but I didn't do something that looks like the first and the third. Should I do one of it? Let me get your response. Should I do one of the either the number 1 or number 3? What do you think? What do you think? Or should I allow you do the 2? And if you want me to do any one, which one should I do? Number 1 or number 3? Thank you, Frances. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Fidelis. Thank you, Onyi. Thank you. Alright. Should I do any one? Which one? Which one? Demma, thank you. Which number? 3 or 1? Okay. You have not chosen anyone yet. Number 3. I expected you to pick number 3. Okay, so let's do number 3 together. So number 1 and 2 is your exercise. So we want to do 3 together. I want you to understand this is actually very beautiful. Now, here they are asking us to take the cross product of these two first. Then whatever we get, we now take the cross product with the third one. And how do you do that? Now let's go. For the first one, let me draw my line. I don't know why this second line don't used to be straight. Okay, so let's go. So here we have I, J, and K. Okay? Remember your plus minus. You shouldn't forget plus, minus, plus. Okay? So here, the first vector here, my I is minus 2. The second, the J is 1. And the K is minus 3. Now, then watch my second vector. This is actually trick they want to use on you. My second vector only has I. So that means my I is 1. So your J and K will be 0, 0. Do you understand that? Remember that your I in 3 dimensions means 1, 0, 0. Do you remember I said this when we started this class? I actually made mention of this. That I alone in 3-dimensional vector space is equal to 1, 0, 0. While J means 0, 1, 0. You remember we did something like this. Okay, so that's actually what they want you to bring up here. So the implication is that this one now is going to be 1, 1, 0 because the K there is missing, and that is all. So if you go up here, the same thing will apply here. The same thing will apply here. Your K here is going to be 0, and then of course your J in this one is also going to be 0. So that's just all the trick that we want you to see there. So let's go. I'll bring down my I. I'll open my bracket. So 1 will multiply 0. That's 0. Minus 3. Minus 3 will multiply 0. That's also 0. I'll bring down my plus J. Sorry, my minus J. I'll cancel the middle. Minus 2 times 0 is 0. Minus 3 times 1 is also 0. Sorry. Yeah, minus 3 times 1 is not 0. Minus 3 times 1 is minus 3. Please. Then finally, I'll bring down my plus K. Then I'll cancel the last row. Then minus 2 times 0 is 0. Minus 1 times 1 is what? 1. And you are done. So this is going to give you 0i. Here is going to be plus. So you have plus 3. And plus 3 times minus j will be minus 3j. And then this one will be minus 1 times k, which is minus k. So here I'm going to have 0, minus 3, minus 1. Beautiful. And so I've gotten the first bracket here. So I will now use it to multiply the last one. So that means the last multiplication I have is going to be 0. Let me use this yellow. 0 minus 3 minus 1. Then cross. Here you are going to have the 110. So that will be 110. Okay? So again, I'm going to draw. So number 1 is it 3 vectors that was given? Yes, I think they gave 3 vectors there. Yes, there is a vector here, there is another vector here, and there's another vector. But make sure you watch your brackets. So this bracket here, let me use this green. So this bracket here asks you to do the cross product first before doing the dot product. So please take note of that. Arinze, you are welcome. That's Evans. Okay, so finally, we will now draw our line for the last cross product. So always put your IJK here. Okay, so here you are going to have 0 minus 3 minus 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay, Rita, you're welcome. Okay, so let's go. Remember to put your plus minus plus. Okay, so you're going to have I will come first. So, all right, thank you, Pascal. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go. So here, for the first one, we are going to have minus 3 times 0, which is 0. Minus 1 times 1 is minus 1. So we keep it here. Then we bring down minus j. Open our brackets. So we cancel the middle one. 0 times 0 is 0. Minus 1 times minus. Remember to put your minus. Minus 1 times 1 will also be minus 1. You close it. Bring down your plus k. Open your brackets. So cancel the last column. 0 times 1 is 0. Minus 3 times 1 is minus 3. Okay. So here you have, if you watch, all the bracket has minus minus. So they will all turn to plus. So here will be I into 0 plus 1 is 1. Minus j into 0 plus 1 is 1. Then plus k into 0 plus 3 is 3. And I hope you know why it's turning to plus. This is minus minus, minus minus, minus minus. They will all turn to plus. Okay, so finally our answer is I minus j plus 3k. So and you can put it in bracket form, which is 1 minus 1 and 3. That's the final answer for that number 3. Okay, and that's where I'm going to end for this class. I hope it is clear. Please let me see your response. I hope it is well understood. I hope it is well understood. Your response before we end the class. Meanwhile, I've had over 20 persons in this class, but only 7 people liked this video, including mine. That's 8. Please go and like the video before you leave. Like the video before you leave. Okay? Rejoice. The one you wrote, is it for the one I solved or for another one? If it is for example 1 and 2, exercise 1 and 2, please, you will submit it after the class. All right? So if it is clear for everybody, all right, Helen, okay, Chidera, well understood, Sylvia, all right, Chidima, okay. So let's end the class here. Please put down the exercise, solve it, and submit later. You can submit it this night before you sleep, and I will comment on them. There are some of you that submitted in the last class. I think only 1 person or 2 have not commented. I'm going to do that before I sleep. And if you do this one, I will also comment on it. That's to say whether you're correct or not. Okay, so this is where we end it. Please like the video before you leave. You can also give your appreciation or comment, whatever, by the time we end the class. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a very good night, everyone. See you in our next class. Bye.